Yo guys, your boy Aaron here. How y'all doing? This is the fifth episode of CHELS VIBES, and today we are back with Balo and Will. How you guys doing, bro?
What's going on, bro? What's going on?
Nothing much.
You good? You good? All right.
So today we got quite a lot of topics, and for the first topic, we're gonna talk about Chelsea, Sheffield United. And as you guys know, we lost 3-0. Wow. When I saw that score, I was like, Champions League is over, back to Europa. And then Leicester bottled it. Paulo, what's your first thoughts?
Okay, so I think that we played completely garbage. Like our style of playing wasn't it. Our goalie, he's still sleeping on the ball. Our defense is the main problem. Like our center backs, I feel like, Zuma, he's like the only one that like actually do work. And not to talk about, but this game, I mostly blame Lampard because he had the options, but he chose the wrong players at the wrong game. Because, for example, Giroud should have started that game because he's been informed, he's been in his shape. So why are you starting Tammy Abraham? Like why? And why are you also starting Jorginho? We don't need him. Like stuff like that. I feel like some of our mistakes could have been like avoided. But but we do need, our center backs, they need to like keep it together for like just a couple more games. Just like we almost done. Yeah, but besides that, I was so disappointed. I was hoping like more of like a 2-1 score for Chelsea, but I had no idea that they were just gonna like destroy us. Yeah, I expected more.
Will, what about you?
So to piggyback off of what Balo was saying, like why did Jorginho start? Well, Jorginho started because there was no Conte and there was no Billy Gilmore. So and he's better than
Kovacic,
no, but Kovacic isn't a CDM. Jorginho has started as a CDM primarily for this season. So, Kovacic, like I don't really has he played CDM? I'm not too sure, but I know that your primary CDM for this season has been Jorginho. So that's who he went with. I feel as if Chelsea are too focused in the wrong places. I feel like your defense is arguably as bad as Arsenal's, if you want to be realistic. Even though I do think that you guys do have some better players, I think just like as like a defensive unit, I think that it's pretty bad. I do feel like Zuma is your only really good defender. Christensen's not bad, and Rudiger is okay, but I feel like your back line makes too many mistakes, and then I feel like Kepa is just the easy scapegoat because Kepa can't, like, what people have to realize is that goalkeepers cannot save shots that are so on target because it's too much of a wide space for them to really guess. So like when like your back line isn't marking and like when they're letting people just like run through, it's not much that a goalkeeper can do. So, I feel like Sheffield had a perfect game plan. Like they came out from like minute one, they were attacking, and it seemed like Chelsea weren't ready for that. And I feel like that took them by surprise. And I feel like Sheffield, they just took over the game. But it was a great game, though. It was a great result. A great result.
Yeah. I mean, there was a stat I saw this today on Twitter, and it said the expected goals for Chelsea to concede was like, I think after the restart, or like the second half of the season, we were supposed to our XG was 17, Arsenal's was 24, but you guys conceded 17, we conceded 24. And it was majority of them was due to the goalkeeping difference. You guys had Leno and Martinez, and we had Kepa.
Wait, hold on, wait. Can you say that again? Wait, like what do you mean by you said the XG?
Yeah, so basically that's the goals you're supposed to concede, not the actual goals you concede.
Okay.
So you were supposed to concede 24, but you conceded 17. We were supposed to concede 17, but we conceded 24.
Ooh. Sam.
It was majority of the reasons were due to the keepers.
But you don't think that it has to do like with your back line? Because what could a keeper do if he's always exposed?
Part of the reason was that the quality of the shots were that we conceded was a little bit higher than yours, but Kepa's I think not the safe percentage. I think the amount of shots on target that were on You guys had more shots on target conceded, but Leno saved more.
Okay. Nah, that does make sense. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So like, now that you broke that down, like, I get like what you mean. I get what you mean.
Yeah, so I mean, defense is part of the blame, but I think I think 60% of the blame is Kepa.
60? That's fair. Okay, 60-40. Okay, that'd be fair.
Yeah.
I still think that you guys should give Kepa, another year, really, considering that he is the world's most expensive goalkeeper. I feel like he should get another chance. So,
just because of his price?
Yeah, bro, you don't spend 72 million on a goalkeeper and you give up on him after 2 seasons. I'd give him one more.
I mean, I don't know. I think
because maybe an improved backline could help.
One season is fair enough, like next season, I think, but next season he has to be like rotated with another keeper. So if he messes up, the other guy takes his spot,
That's what I was saying, that we should bring in somebody that's young, not Caballero, somebody that is willing to compete, that's hungry for the starting lineup. But Caballero, he knows that he's a substitute, so we need somebody like Dean Henderson, somebody like that.
Nah, bro. You think like a Dean Henderson? First off, to get Dean Henderson, you guys might have to. So you guys would definitely break the record for the second most expensive keeper because United are gonna tax you. It's gonna cost $50 million to get Dean Henderson, which would make him the second most expensive goalkeeper in the world, I think. So that was not gonna be a good look for Chelsea to have, huh?
He won't be the second. You know how much Liverpool paid for
Alisson, right? It's 60 million, right?
Yeah. So,
but then he'll be still. You don't pay that much money to rotate the keeper. If you're gonna spend 50 million on Henderson, then Kepa has to go. Because why would Henderson come to play as a rotating? He would expect to start.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You have the choice of we could go to the academy and pick somebody up and try that.
I mean, I would say if Valencia's interest is real, a 2-year loan with an obligation to buy or an option to buy is the best way to get rid of Kepa. But if that's not gonna happen, you just keep Kepa for another year, and then if he still is bad, you just sell him for a cut price, half the price we got him for. What's up?
You know how Czech, right? He's been a Chelsea goalkeeper and he's still part of the Chelsea staff, right? You think that he's helping Kepa somehow? Because it's really bad, and I feel he needs some sort of guidance or something. You guys think that Czech is really helping him or something? Because he's still part of the Chelsea staff.
No, I don't think so too much.
Yeah,
because I think Kepa. Oh, go ahead. My fault.
You continue.
Now let's say because Czech, I don't think he's a part of the coaching staff. I think I'm pretty sure that he's probably gave Kepa some advice and stuff, but I don't think he's there helping him out during practice and stuff because I don't think Czech is a part of the coaching staff. So I think Chelsea have a goalkeeping coach and etc. Stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, Czech he's mainly helping Marina and Lampard. He's between he's a connecting point between Marina and Lampard. He just connects them together. That's his job. I think Lampard was looking to bring in a new goalkeeping manager.
A new goalkeeper, yeah. I mean, it would make sense. It would make sense, because something has to change, and if it's between getting rid of Kepa or changing his coach, the easier option is changing the coach. Yeah. So yeah. The coach is always gonna leave, but I do feel like Kepa I do feel with just a little better of a defense in front of him, I feel like he'll be okay. I'm not saying that he'll be top 5, even though if you pay $72 million for a goalkeeper, you expect them to be in the conversation. But I feel like he could be a solid keeper. I don't know about world class, but I think he'll be a solid keeper with just a little bit of more help from the defenders.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that he kind of lacks is the ability to command the defense on the set pieces or just in general. He's too quiet for my liking,
Yeah. So you'd want him to be more vocal?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair too, because the keeper has to, kind of tell players where to be positioned and stuff so that, yeah, okay, I understand that.
Yeah, and I think I don't know, his concentration levels are not there yet. Like sometimes he's up for the game, but sometimes he's just chilling. He doesn't
Do you
really.
think he's better than? Wait, do you think that Emi Martinez is better than Kepa?
So far, so I don't know. Like I would say, yeah. I mean, goalkeeping wise, I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
biased here.
Because I still think that Kepa is like Kepa. He's like the better goalkeeper overall. But like right now, Martinez, like he's not doing bad.
Doing great. He's
Yeah,
doing
he's
great.
surviving.
Yeah.
I mean, if we get the Kepa that bench De Gea, that's good. But I don't know how often we're gonna see that Kepa.
Yeah. I feel like Ronaldo messed up De Gea after the
Yeah.
that shot in the Euros. That I don't know what that did to De Gea, but ever since then, like that shot like took his heart or something. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
But De Gea just been having nightmares and stuff ever since, bro.
It's just like even now that he's not even conceding not a lot of goals, but like it seems like he's not really confident in his abilities.
Yeah. And then I understand.
Yeah, back to Chelsea. So Jorginho played in that number 6 role. So I think the reason he kind of struggles is that the way that people we play is that we have two number 8s in front of him. Back then, remember, we had Kovacic in the beginning of the season. It was kind of easier for him. That's why he was playing better.
Should have started the game.
So I think,
Yeah,
what's up?
I was saying that, like, I mean, Jorginho, yes, he has been playing CDM, but you can't put Jorginho and then you put Mason Mount, then you put Rose Barkley. Like, who's gonna be that defensive midfielder? You feel me? Because Jorginho, he doesn't defend. He's there to keep the ball running, but like he can't defend. So why not put Kovacic, within that mixture instead of just
Wait, but when you say that Jorginho can't defend, he's your starting CDM for the whole season. He's been the CDM.
I know.
So like why would Frank Lampard switch it? Like that's his CDM.
I'm saying, but okay, but you put in Jorginho CDM, right? Yes, he has played CDM, but usually he has played alongside Kovacic or Kante, right? But mostly Kovacic. So with Kovacic within that midfield mixture, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's allowed to Kovacic, like he's more defensive. He's there to he would defend, but you can't. Okay, but if you bench Kovacic and then you put Ross Barkley, you put Mason Mount, like who's gonna be that that CDM really? You feel me?
Okay, but then if you need to bring somebody off of the bench, then you bring on Jorginho, or would you rather bring on Kovacic?
Wait, like who would I start?
No. I'm saying so, right? If you start Kovacic, but then somebody needs a rest, because to me, Kovacic is more versatile than what Jorginho is. So let's say if you start Kovacic, and then by like the 60th minute, let's say you're still in like the game, but Kovacic is burned out, and then now you have to take him out because you got to put on Jorginho because Kovacic can't go anymore. So then it's kind of like so now the sub isn't going to be doing better than what the starter is, kind of like that, if that makes sense. So maybe that's how Frank was thinking about it. Was like, I'll bring on Kovacic like the 50th, 60th minute, and then he'll give us that boost to push through the last final minutes of the game.
He didn't even bring him in.
He didn't play?
No, he didn't.
Well, wait, but that's because it was kind of like no point, right? Like,
yeah, there's no point of. That's what I'm saying. Like, it could have been avoided if we had Kovacic.
Mm-hmm.
You can't bring in like a CDM when you like down 3-0. Like, come on, like, what's the point?
That's true.
I think in the beginning of the season when we had that pivot of Jorginho and Kovacic, we kind of struggled to score the goals. So I think Lampard just took a risk. He was like, okay, let's just score first, and then maybe later on bring Kovacic to defensively support Jorginho. But the defenders made a lot of mistakes, so the plans just collapsed.
Yeah,
like the way United started, it just went off. Like they weren't playing no games, and I feel like we wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, I feel like they punched down the mouth quick, and you guys were like, "What the fuck?" Like,
yeah, I think the first 15 or 20 minutes we do a lot of mistakes, like
wrong
passes.
What happened with Leicester when we played them in the FA Cup?
Gilmore passed like I don't know, a few wrong passes.
He basically gave them the ball
Yeah.
like a couple times.
Okay, now let's talk about Arsenal and Tottenham. Yesterday's game. Will, I know you're an Arsenal fan. Elaborate on this game.
Okay, so one, I just want to say first off, and the most important thing is that London is still red. Okay, I don't, my DMs literally like because I have my DMs like where like you can't unless I follow you, right? You can't DM me like I can't see it unless I go to like my request. If I show my request, it's so many Tottenham fans, bro, and they're acting like they just won the Premier League and the Champions League. Look, London is still red. We outplayed Tottenham. We gave them that game, man. First off, Lacazette scores a banger. Lacazette barely scores away from home. We go to Tottenham. He scores an absolute rocket. Like, he had Lloris beat. Like, domestic abuse kind of beat. He couldn't even save that, right? Okay. Then, right? So, I'm watching the live stream, and I'm thinking, all right, cool. We're up 1-0. This is what happens every game. We always score first. Arsenal always score first. So, I'm not too excited. Of course, I'm excited because the goal was great. Okay. Boom. 90 seconds later, Kolasinac gives a perfect through ball to Son. Bro, what is he doing on that goal? We have brain dead defenders. I don't care what nobody says. That's not Luis's fault. Kolasinac put him in a bad predicament. Now, maybe if that was like Van Dijk, who has the speed to like recover on a misplaced pass, that's a little different story. Luis is never gonna outrun Son, and so then like that happens, right? So of course they equalize. That's what always happens with every Arsenal game is an equalizing goal. All right, the game's going. At one point in the second half, we had almost 82% possession, bro. We couldn't create anything. Arteta gets it wrong, and this is why I don't get so mad because he's still a rookie manager. But Arteta gets it wrong so many times with the subs that he makes, bro. Why? First off, why didn't Saka start the game? That's first.
Yeah, that's my
Second, why are you taking off Pepe to bring on Saka? Why not take off Lacazette, put Aubameyang in the middle, and put Saka on the left to finish out the game? Like, why not attack that way? That's a front three with pace that could possibly hit on the counterattack or like whatever. And then we got set pieces, which are the problem every time. We cannot defend set pieces. That's how we got knocked out of Europe. That's how we lose most of our games is set pieces, bro. We cannot do anything. Tottenham are a team who are shit. They lost. No, they didn't lose, but they drew to Bournemouth. They couldn't get a shot. They're the first team since like 2015 to not register a shot on target against Bournemouth. And then they come out, they play us, and we make them look great. Now, Martinez, fantastic goalkeeper. He's really stepped up. We don't even really miss Burnley, honestly. And I thought that would be like a season ending. Like, I thought that would like our season would be done. But, Emi Martinez has been great. And if we would have won or drew, he'd have been player of the match. And, it's just ridiculous, bro, like how we just cannot hold the lead. Since Arteta has been in charge, Arsenal have lost 15 points from game-winning positions, which means that if we'd have won those games, we'd have 15 like more points than what we have now. So it's ridiculous, bro. But I don't have too much to say about it. Tottenham are still shit. And
do you think it was the right choice to, like, maybe not play like Aubameyang up top because like it's crowded in the middle and they're parking the bus? So I think the best position for Aubameyang, especially in that game, was kind of like operate from the left-hand side because he would have more space and more support.
I think that the best position for Abba is up the middle every game, not just one game. I don't get why he's always on the wings and why they always want to start either Lacazette or Nketiah. Stop doing that. Put up, bro, our best front three is literally Pepe on the right, Abba in the middle, Saka on the left. It's not hard. Arteta makes it look so hard. It's not. And I do feel bad for Arteta because I see the way that he's trying to make us play with like, it's kind of like how Man City play, pressing, fast, because we play a good brand of football. It's just that Arteta does not have the players that he needs because Arteta's formation isn't a 3-4-3. We're just running that because that's what we have. We don't have like you have to do with what you have, and he hasn't really had a real transfer window yet. So I feel like the minute that he can start bringing in some of the players that he wants, and money will be available for Arsenal. That's it's being reported by David Ornstein and all that they are gonna spend money. So they have to back Arteta because we played perfect yesterday. Like bro, Kolasinac, he could I don't know, I don't want to curse on your stuff because it's your stuff, but y'all know I be cursing.
You're free to curse, bro. Let's say whatever.
Kolasinac could fuck off, bro. I don't know. He needs to just go be Ozil's bodyguard, bro, because he is terrible. He is terrible. And then there's reports they're coming out. Oh, Kolasinac's not comfortable on his left foot. What the hell are you talking about? You earn $100,000 a week. Learn how to play on your left foot. I don't want to hear no excuses. It's different if Kolasinac's like 2019, still young, trying to learn. He's like 28. It's no excuses.
Isn't he like left-footed?
A report came out saying he's not comfortable on the left side on his left foot.
What?
Like, and even if he's not, I don't give a shit. You're earning $100K. Get comfortable. He's only starting because Pablo Mari is out.
Yep.
It was either his left foot or his right foot that he's not comfortable with. But anyways, that pass backwards make no sense. Go forward. You passing it backwards. For what? Bro, I'm getting pissed off, man. If I can't be a head coach because if I was Arteta, the minute that goal would have went in, I'd have punched him in his face. Swear to God. I'd have punched him in his face.
Willian will do. Like, he would, like, sub you off if you, like, mess up.
Yo, I looked at him, like, at halftime, you're done. You might as well just go home. Like, pissing me off, man. I would have made a better pass, man. $100,000 a week for that shit. Yo, he's terrible. He's terrible. Get him out of here.
Balo, you watched the game?
Yeah, I watched the game.
So, did you see Harry Kane in the game?
I mean, he wasn't active, but I feel like Harry Kane, he doesn't fit into, like, Mourinho's style of play. Because, like, with Harry Kane, just Harry Kane and Mourinho, I don't think it goes well. Because with Harry Kane, like, he needs somebody to, like, keep on passing the ball. But Mourinho's style of play is more defensive. So you can't be, defensive. Like, who's going to provide Harry Kane, the assist and stuff? And Dele Alli is not playing, So I feel like if I was Harry Kane, I would leave Spurs. Because Spurs under Mourinho is not going to benefit him. Because
nobody could afford him. Not in this window. Nobody could afford him. He's gonna have to stay at least another year.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, it sucks for him because he's too overpriced by the Tottenham owner, and I don't think he's gonna really go to Real Madrid because they were the big interested club in him, So I don't think they're gonna move in for him, and I don't really see any club moving for him. Maybe besides Bayern, maybe.
Yeah, I can see Bayern because Lewandowski's about like 33. I can see that actually. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. But and everybody knows that Harry Kane is not a fast. Like Harry Kane is a traditional number 9. Like, you know what I'm saying? This guy's not fast. But you wouldn't known that yesterday. The way that he's skimming past Mustafi, he looking like Usain Bolt running past Mustafi. You can't catch Harry Kane, bro.
I mean, that's because, your defense is shit.
Absolute clowns back there, bro. Absolute clowns. Clowns. All of them are clowns. I don't understand. Every week, we say the same stuff every week. What are they doing in training? Like, yo, bro.
Well. Why don't you think Torreira starts? Like, I think he's just defensively good, so maybe he can defensively support the midfield. Why doesn't he start?
Well, I mean, he did just come back from injury. Like, last game, when he came on the last, 10 minutes, that was his first appearance since he I think he tore his – I forgot what happened to him in our FA Cup game. Like, he had, a serious injury that had him out. But does it even matter anymore? Like, what are we playing for, bro? Like, who cares anymore, bro? I don't even care anymore, bro.
Yeah, like, I mean, back to Chelsea. I was going to ask about Lampard's defensive problems and what do you think? What's the major problem? Is it like a like a systemic problem or just like a personal problem, you know?
Oh, go ahead. My fault, Balo.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so the game that Sheffield smacked you guys up, Lampard changed his formation quite a few times throughout that game. It was very confusing because, yeah, I mean, I still feel like even though he's not a rookie manager, this is his first big job, if you want to say that. Even though I mean, but you could say that Derby's a big job, right? Okay, but what? Oh, okay, yeah. So I feel like he's still not. It's not even the formations. Like honestly, it's just the players. The players just aren't good enough. Yeah, no. Yeah, just the players.
The players, because there's nothing wrong with the formation because he's doing the best he can. Because okay, Zuma, you know, he's been our best, you know, center back right now, and then we have Christensen, but I don't know, like his performance is like on and off. But I feel like our problem is that we need somebody to come in and be that leader that we need in the defense, because we really need somebody that is gonna like control the defense. We need like a Van Dijk. You feel me? How like he said that. I'm not saying that we should get Van Dijk, but like we need somebody of like his characteristic, like a leader, somebody that like that has experience, that he's young as well. That's not gonna like mess up.
Yeah,
because all our defense are bad. It's really bad. Then again, we have Zuma.
A lot of people recommend like to go for Koulibaly, but I think spending 60-70 million for like 29-year-old is not a wise decision.
It's not worth it.
It's very wise. It's very wise. Bro, center backs can play at peak levels until about 34, 35, honestly.
Okay, so like, well, when I told you guys that you guys should get Thiago Silva, he was like, no, he's old. But Thiago Silva and Ronaldo, they're the same age.
That's different. Thiago Silva is 35 years. He's at the end. He's 35. He's literally going to probably retire next year. Koulibaly is 28 or 29. Y'all calling that old? 29. That means he still has 30, 31, 32, 33. That's probably 4 years of good defending. I would take Koulibaly at Arsenal, but Thiago Silva, he's at the end peak. If Thiago Silva was 30, it's a different conversation. But Koulibaly at 29, of course I would take him. If you guys sign Koulibaly, you guys will be up there with Liverpool and City in terms of starting 11s.
I mean,
because Koulibaly, Ziyech, and Werner. Forget Kai Havertz for like 1 second. Even if y'all don't get Havertz, those three alone would transform your squad into a title contending squad. For real.
No, I see it. I know what you're talking about. But the problem here is the money. Because Napoli, they want about 80 million for him. They're not going to take 60.
But according to Aaron, money's not an issue for Chelsea. He was breaking it down for me yesterday. He said we can get Havertz and Koulibaly.
We can.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, we can.
You can't. You can't.
Bro, I'm telling you, we can, but I'm saying it's not the wisest decision. We can, but like it's not the right decision. At least in my opinion.
Okay. I mean, look, I feel like, you guys, I think that Chelsea right about now are just saying, look, the best defense is attack. So that's what we're going to work on, is our attack. We got to go get Kai Havertz.
Yeah, I mean, but we're going to run into a similar situation to Liverpool's. You know, the year that Salah scored like 32 goals?
That was last year or the year before?
The year before that. He's like best season. His first season, basically.
His first
season.
Yeah. That season, they were just trying to outscore everyone, Liverpool. But remember when they went to the final, they had some defensive problems and goalkeeping problems. So they were like, oh, the only way to win trophies is to have a good defense and a good goalkeeper. So that's why they bought Van Dijk and Alisson.
Yeah, but people keep saying that it's because Coutinho left. That's why Van Dijk was there. Van Dijk came before Coutinho left. Van Dijk and Coutinho played like 2 games together, and then Coutinho left. The Coutinho sale is what got Alisson. But yeah, Van Dijk was there because Van Dijk came in January. Coutinho was sold that same January, and then Alisson came in that summer.
Yeah.
So Liverpool, man, and think about Liverpool. Look, the reason why to me. I don't want to get too much off topic, but just real quick, like the reason to me why Klopp is the best coach in the world over Guardiola is because is because Klopp, outside of Van Dijk and Alisson, didn't need to buy world-class players. When he bought Salah from Roma, Salah was not world-class. Mane at Southampton was not world-class. Firmino was not now all of these players are now world-class players because of Klopp and like the business that they do, because Liverpool don't spend a bunch of money. And look at that team. It's incredible like what Liverpool have done. I just want to just big them up because wow. Like it's
you're right.
Ridiculous, bro.
Yes, like it's not about the money, it's about getting the right players. That's the thing.
Exactly, bro. See, everybody thinks, oh, you gotta go sign, if this guy don't cost like 90 million, then he's not gonna be good. But if he fits what the coach wants to do, you can turn him into a $90 million player. Like shout out to Klopp because the job that he's doing at Liverpool is ridiculous. Bro, Robertson was only like 8 million from Hull. Alexander Arnold is from the academy. Joe Gomez is from the academy. Henderson, all of them, like great business, bro. Like their front three, none of them cost over 35 million. It's incredible.
So back to Chelsea's defensive problems. So I would say we need like a left-footed center back or like a left-hand-sided center back, and a left back. So Ball, I'm gonna start with you. Like for like a budget around, I would say 100 million. Who would you buy for those two positions?
The left back position.
No, well, not for left back and center back, and you only have 100 mil to spend.
Okay, but like the player that like I want is Sandro from Juventus. I feel like he would be like a good fit, but I don't know like how much like he would be worth. He'd probably be worth like 30.
Yeah, probably like 30, 35, probably.
Okay, so we spent 30 on Sandro, and then we have 70 for center back. That's great. We could get what's his name? The guy that played for Upamecano.
Nah, he's coming to Arsenal, bro.
No, he's not.
He's coming to Arsenal.
He's not gonna choose Chelsea over Arsenal. Come on, Will.
Exactly. He's not gonna choose Chelsea over Arsenal.
No. He's not going to choose Arsenal over Chelsea. Come on, bro.
London is red.
Bro, it's not even that argument. It's just saying the quality of the team, the difference between the projects.
I know, but like the size of club also matters. And Arsenal have a better French connection than what Chelsea does. Like how, you would think that Chelsea would have the advantage for Kai Havertz because of the German players. We have a load of French players there. And like we got Guendouzi, even though he might be leaving. We got Lacazette, who speaks French. You have Aubameyang, even because he was born in France. So he speaks French. He just represents.
Pepe too. Pepe speaks French too.
And Pepe speaks French too.
Yeah.
And then we have Saliba coming in. So, I feel like he would gel better. Like he would gel better at Arsenal.
I mean, we got French players too. We got Zuma, Giroud, Conte. Aspi was playing in France. Who else was in France? That's it, I think.
Yeah, that's
right?
it. Yeah, that's it.
I don't know. Look, I feel like the Arsenal project is more exciting. Don't sleep on us though. But he's coming to Arsenal though.
Really though?
Is it? I believe it.
Okay, so my two choice of center back is Upamecano and then Koulibaly. But then Koulibaly, I don't really want to spend more than 60 million on him.
Okay.
Like 60, 65. It's like solid. I feel like 65 is like going the max. But he's not worth to me more than 70 when he's 29. Yeah.
What about you?
If I was Chelsea, at left back, I'd go to Bayern and get David Alaba, whose contract is running out. And I feel like about 30 to 40 million because his value is dropping, especially because of the coronavirus. Everybody's value is dropping. So I can see David Alaba going for like 35 to 40 million. Honestly, maybe even 30, depending on how good your negotiations are, because his contract is running out. And I don't think that Bayern.
But I don't think he would like to like leave Bayern though. I feel like he really like.
Well, I did see a report saying that he wants about 20 million euros a year, and Bayern already have Lewandowski, Neuer, and Sané on that kind of money, and that they don't know if they'll be able to afford that, and that he is interested in an option abroad, which is why he was linked with City. But yeah. But this is just it's hypothetical though. So
Yeah,
I would get Alaba, and then for like what 35? Let's say 40, and then I would do what Balo said, and I would get up a Meccano for 60.
Nice, nice.
So that's what I would do.
The way I see it is that if we get an older center back, it's better to find like a younger left back to complement him. Or if we get a older left back, we should get a young center back to complement him. So
yeah.
I think Sandro. If we get Sandro, I think the best option is to just swap him with Jorginho. And I think Upamecano or I would say Gabriel from Lille, they would be great young center backs. But I think if we sign like an older center back like Koulibaly or Thiago Silva, let's say, we have to find like a younger left back, someone like Telles or Tagliafico.
Yo, Aaron, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So you would swap Jorginho with Sandro, but Jorginho is one of the most valuable defensive midfielders in the world. He's like third.
Yo,
in terms of
could leave Chelsea today. I wouldn't care.
No, I know, but I'm saying, why would you swap him when you could possibly sell him and then buy Sandro and then still have money left over? Instead of
it doesn't mean we can only just swap him. We can get money plus Sandro,
Yeah, cash in.
That's true. Yeah, so what? Like Sandro and about like what, 15 mil?
Yeah, maybe? Somewhere around that. I think he's like around 30 mil, and then Jorginho like 40.
Because I thought that you just meant like a straight up swap. I'm about to say, because then Chelsea would be losing money there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Sandro, I think he's not the old Sandro that we know, but he still has a lot to offer. Especially his experience and defensive abilities, they can really help us, especially if we get like a young defender like Upamecano or Gabriel.
Yeah, man. Look, I love Brazil players, so whenever you tell me about a Brazilian, I'm in. Like, I'm in.
Yeah, they got the sauce, the Brazilian samba.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah. Now let's talk about Tammy and his poor form. I think part of the reason that he's been like struggling is that he's been overplayed this season, especially his first like proper year at Chelsea. I think he's been carrying us for too long, and I think you're kind of seeing his decline in form, at least after the break. So I don't know. I feel like maybe just for now, getting benched by Giroud, I think is the best option for him. To gain his confidence back.
Yeah, like I agree with you because the last game that we played, I was hoping Giroud to start the game. Like I already stated, I don't know why Tammy Abraham started the game. I don't know because Lampard wanted like a fast-paced football or whatever. But I feel like this season with the games that we have ahead of us, I feel that Giroud is our best option in the number 9 position. Because he's been doing good. He's been, scoring when he gets the chance.
I love Giroud.
I really do. That's my
That's your guy.
But you get what I'm saying. I feel like we have Giroud, and we should be good. And like Tammy can come off the bench in 60th minute, 65 towards 70. Yeah. So I feel like if I was Lampard, I'll go with that. Make Giroud my number 9.
Nice.
Just the season until the season is over.
Will, what about you?
I know that kind of since restart, Tammy's form has dipped. I feel like that's to be expected, to be honest, just because he was doing pretty well for a majority of the season. And, a dip in form is something that does happen to most players. I think that's what separates somebody from being world class and just a good player, because a world class player, they don't really dip in form too much. But, Tammy Abraham is not world class, at least not yet. So I feel and this is his first full season. So I feel to expect a dip in form, that's what's to be expected. I feel there's no need for you guys to go get to not offer him a new deal or nothing. I feel he's doing good for the kind of player that he is. I feel Tammy's overall has had a good season, but most players they dip in form though. So
yeah, I mean the first year that Drogba came, he wasn't even that good. He scored a few goals here and there, but he still was inconsistent, and he was 24. So I think Tammy has a lot to learn, but I think for his age, he's a great striker. and he has a great
Yeah.
future.
Oh, I mean, wait, I don't know about great. I don't know about great. You know, I mean, I I do think that he is a good striker though, but I don't know about great though. I don't know about great.
Okay, I respect your opinion. It's good.
Yeah,
Sure,
yeah, he's a good player
Uh, I was gonna say, so as like you guys saw, like Man City's ban got lifted, right?
of course.
Now we have to compete for our top four spot, and I think the good thing is that Leicester bottled their game against Bournemouth, so that's at least a one positive thing to look at. And I think how many points do you think Leicester is gonna get from their next three games? They got Spurs, Liverpool, and Wolves, I think, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Leicester only getting about like 3 points from their last 3 games. Like Leicester are gonna be out the top 5. I mean, no, they might finish at 5. But it's like I've been saying this whole time, like even since like lockdown, you can even ask Balo. I've been saying this. I said United are gonna get 3rd, Chelsea 4th, and I said I don't know about 5th and 6th, but that was my top 3. I mean my top 4. So I still feel like that will stand. I feel like United are just the best team in England right now in terms of on form. I feel like they are the best, and I feel like I can't see United losing any rest. Like I think that they'll win their last 3 games. Like I don't think that they're gonna lose. So I feel like you guys just have to really compete with Leicester and hope that they drop points, which they will.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of sad to see Leicester. They were, very confident, like easy position for Champions League, but they bottled it. My preferred options to go Champions League were like Chelsea and Leicester, or Chelsea or Wolves, but Man United kind of turned it around.
Yeah, like what's weird, bro, is that I know that I'm an Arsenal fan, so it's expected that I'm supposed to hate United and all that stuff, even though they're not really like our rivals like that. But people, they just expect you to hate. But I'm not gonna lie, like I've always had a soft spot for United because of Ronaldo. So like it's weird, but like if I wasn't an Arsenal fan and if I had to pick another team, it'd probably be United. Yeah, so like I do find myself rooting for them when they're not playing Arsenal, obviously. Like yeah, I do find myself cheering for them. So it's me being a little biased why I'm saying I think that they'll come at 3rd. But I was looking at Chelsea's remaining fixtures, and your fixtures are just as hard as Leicester's. I know that tomorrow you guys do play Norwich, so that's an easy dub. Let's be real. Norwich have not won a game since restarts happened, and I don't expect them to win tomorrow either. And if they do, that's bad. But I don't think that they will. Now, you want me to keep going? I just look at the games.
Yeah. Finish your.
So Sunday you guys play United. I know that that's a FA Cup game, but you guys are still gonna field a strong squad for that game. It's a semifinal, so you guys are gonna have a strong squad. United are gonna have a strong squad. I think it's gonna be a great game. But then you guys play Liverpool Wednesday, and then Sunday, Wolves. Like, I can't see you guys taking 6 points from those 2 games. I can't see it.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard. Very hard. So, I think the way that I see it is that I think we're going to beat Norwich, and then I feel like we're going to lose to either Wolves or Liverpool. I don't know. I feel like we're going to lose to one of them.
Yeah,
I think we can't beat Liverpool just because they won the title, and they don't really care.
But Liverpool will play Arsenal Wednesday, right? So they might be looking to smack up the next team since we're gonna beat them. And I think that you guys play them after we play them. So they might be mad, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Maybe they want to chill just because they beat you, so they're like, oh, let's just go easy on Chelsea.
Yeah, but I do feel like Chelsea and Leicester do have look, I feel like if you're a Manchester United fan, this is everything that could have possibly went right since lockdown has went their way. Everything, literally. So, I feel like it's gonna be that race for the 4th spot is definitely gonna be very interesting because these last 3 games matter. You can't afford. You have to win all 3. And they have to try to win all 3 as well.
Yeah, I mean, I hope United drop points. I mean, I don't know. I think maybe Southampton they play like in a few hours, right? 3 hours maybe.
Yeah, at 3:00.
Yeah, I hope they drop points there because that's really gonna like help Leicester or even more Chelsea.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen though. Like I don't see it happening, bro. I can't see it, bro. What happened, Balo?
I'm saying that I don't see United dropping points with Southampton. Meaning that
Yeah.
I feel like that's like easily like 2-0, 3-0, or like 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie though. I did put money down on Southampton. I always put money on the underdogs just in case, because you never know. But I don't think that they're gonna win though. But just in case. It's been so many upsets. I had to start putting down money, so it's just in case.
Yeah. So let's go to Willian's contract. This season I would say he's been like a top 3 player for us. I mean, he's been really consistent. A lot of like Chelsea fans give him stick, but like he's not your like normal super goal scoring like 20 goals a season winger, but he puts in a defensive shift. He has a lot of good creative numbers. He has decent goal scoring abilities, and I think he provides a lot of experience for the team. But his contract problem. He wants 3 years, and I don't think the club wants him to have a 3-year contract. But I think Lampard is willing to give him like another 2 years at least to support the team with his experience and be like a good rotational option. But I think he should stay. Bala, what about you? I know you're a big fan of him too.
Yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of William, but the problem is that if he stays, we still have, like it's going to be hard because that right winger spot, it would be 3 players that will be competing for it. We have Hudson-Odoi, William, and we have Ziyech. So it's really going to be hard for like 3 players to like compete in one spot. So that's the problem.
I feel like Hudson-Odoi can rotate with Pulisic, and
Yeah,
Willian can be a great rotation option for Ziyech. And I think Werner, he can play sometimes as a striker or sometimes as a left winger. And I think Ziyech, he can play as a number 10 too. So I think overall, it's not going to be the most difficult thing, to fit them in, because they're really versatile. And I think they would need some, I would say, getting resting and just like, rotating with each other to like, for competition reasons.
yeah. But
Yeah. Oh, my fault. Go ahead, man.
Really,
I mean, I do want him to stay, but knowing William, like, can he be that, rotated player? Because, like, he did so good this season, and then next season he's going to be benched because Zayt is coming in. You feel me? So, yeah.
That's why maybe he wants to join Arsenal.
Yeah. But what do you think about it, Will?
No.
You don't want William?
I don't want no, sir. No. Under no circumstances do I want to see Fabrizio Romano tweet, "Here we go. Willian completed his medical at Arsenal." I will rip this flag and I will no longer support Arsenal. I'll just go to Real Madrid.
What's wrong with Willian?
I'll just go to Real Madrid. If we sign Willian, I'm going to just go to Real Madrid. And I'm going to just – no. We don't need him. We need defenders. Look, I told Aaron, look, y'all need a keeper. We need a right back. I'd give you Martinez for Reece James. I would do that. I would give me players, give me like your youngsters. Like, why can't we go and buy your youngsters? Why are we going to go sign Dinosaur Willian? Nobody want him. Look, I do think, but back to Aaron's question though, I do think that Chelsea should re-sign Willian depending on the wages that he wants. Now, I feel like Willian has been good for you guys this season. He knows the system that Frank Lampard's going to want to play, and it's about squad depth. You always need good players that can rotate because injuries are going to happen. So you want to rotate your squad. You don't want to keep playing the same team every single week because then somebody get hurt. Now you're screwed. So to me, it's all about rotation. And I also heard that Willian would want like $200K a week to come to Arsenal on a 3-year contract. Hell no. Keep him there. I do not want to see Willian at Arsenal, and I swear to God, he better not come to Arsenal. I swear. We don't need him. No. And then he's going to hurt the development of Pepe. No. Don't like it.
Yeah.
Here,
I
nobody want
mean,
to
I think overall, if he signs like a 2-year deal, I think that's what we want to give him. But like he says, he wants a 3-year deal. So I think Lampard wants him to give that 3-year deal. But I think the club is against that because they're gonna break their wage rules,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be kind of hard to like move him on when he's like slowing down.
Yeah.
So I
But
don't
you
know.
know what's the thing that I don't realize is why do we always gotta go and get Chelsea's rejects? The only way that we get Willian is if Chelsea don't re-sign him, which means that you guys did not want him. Now, why, if we're your rival club, are we going to go get your reject players? I hate that. Like Czech, we didn't need like that. Czech was a bad signing. Luis, to be fair, Luis has not been that bad this season. He's only made, I believe it's like 4 mistakes that led to goals this whole season. Luis has not been that bad, but still, why are we even bringing him in? He's a Chelsea reject. Like, nah, I don't want none of your reject players. Nah, no.
But I don't think he was like really a reject. I think Lampard told him, "Look, you're gonna be like a 3rd or 4th choice option." But he wasn't having it. So he was like, "I'm a dip."
Exactly, but he left because Frank Lampard didn't see him in his in like his immediate plans. He rejected him. He's a reject. He's a Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard said, "Yo, 8 million? Yeah, hell yeah, go to Arsenal. Go ahead, go." Like, come on, nah.
But do you think Willian is a Chelsea reject? He's not. Lampard wants him.
That's very true. But at the same time, though, the reason that I would say that he'd still be considered a Chelsea reject is because he does want to stay. Like, so that means that if he does not stay, that's because Chelsea weren't willing to offer him a better contract, which would mean that you guys kind of rejected him. So I don't want players. See, I want to get players that you guys want to keep. You know what I'm saying? So, like, let's say
Willian.
Nah, but I'm saying though, like not players on like a free transfer, because that's the only reason that we're linked with him is because he'd be free. That's the only reason. But like, why can't we go to Chelsea and buy like Reece James or buy, like someone like like one of your other like youngsters, like a player that actually has promise. I'm tired of buying your players so that they can retire here. I'm tired of it. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, I mean, don't you think like Willian is gonna be like at least a good squad player for you?
No.
I mean, let's say I don't think Reece Nelson is that good in my opinion. So I think you should go to a loan for now. Till like Willian retires. That's why like Willian and Pepe rotating. That's a good option in my opinion.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not jacking it.
Better, so.
No, I don't want Willian. I don't want. I know. And look, if this was like 3 years ago, I'm all for it. But no, I don't want Willian at 31 on a 3-year because it had to be a 3-year. That's what he wants. I don't want. What do we need him here till he's 34 for? No.
Okay, so let's go to the last question, and we're gonna talk about Chelsea's kids. So you guys saw the blue one, right? The first kid. That number 3, bro. Like people made so many memes.
I love your kids. No. All banter aside, like all jokes aside, your home kit looks very cool. Like even though the number 3 is on it, it looks cool to me. It looks very cool. If I wasn't an Arsenal fan, I'd probably buy the kit. But it's not gonna happen. But I just feel like it looks good. The away kit is trash to me. Like that, like light blue. I don't really like that. But the home kit is definitely dope, and I'm gonna have fun using it next season. Yes.
On your edits, especially.
Oh yeah, no, of course. That the 3-0. Oh yeah, those memes are gonna run crazy next year.
We already lost 2 games with that shirt, and we got memed by that number 3.
You don't like it?
I mean, I don't know why they didn't do like that, like 3 with letters. That would be way better.
Nah, fast, because it looked like a squad number on it.
Yeah.
How about you though, Balo? You ain't say nothing.
I mean, I like the kid, but then I think that number 3, it's like a sponsorship of like a phone company. I think, like it's like T-Mobile, something like that.
Yeah, it's like a SIM card.
Yeah. It's a SIM card, but personally, I like the shirts.
Yo, Chelsea need the Blues dot Empire logo sponsorship right there. That's what they need, bro. That's what they need.
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of money to sponsor Chelsea. No,
Not facts.
send them like $100 bill of like, hey, yo, I'm your sponsor for like 5 minutes of your training.
Nah, that's fact. It probably costs more. Yeah, but I feel like, Chelsea's kits aren't bad, though. I don't know what your third kit looks like, if that's came out or if there's been leaks of it. I don't know, like, what the third kit looks like. But I'm not going to lie. I think that you guys aren't going to get bantered as much as Arsenal will with their new away kits. So, I have a long year ahead of me, so.
I haven't seen Arsenal
Arsenal's away kit is white, and it looks like blood is like splattered like in different places of it. So I'm just ready for when we get smacked up by like Liverpool, City, and they're like, oh, Arsenal, they wore their murder kits or whatever. Something stupid. Like I already see the jokes now, and we're not even wearing the stupid thing. So yeah, we're both gonna get bantered a lot for our kits.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely prefer this Yokohama. This Yokohama. Like,
that's a nice kit, bro.
Yeah.
That is a nice kit. I feel like the black on it is nice. Is Hyundai still a partnership with Chelsea for next year?
Yeah, they're gonna be on the left-hand side.
Okay. Yeah, that nice though. I mean, what would you give your kits though out of 10?
I mean, I would say like for the first home kit, I would say like it's a solid 8 out of 10. If you didn't have that 3, it was just letters, I would see like definitely like a 10 or 9 at least. But the away kit, I would say it's like a 6, maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah.
How about you, Balo?
The home kit, I'll give it like a good solid 9. The only thing that is off is the number 3. But then the away kit, I'll give it an 8. I still like it. I like the idea of it. Like, it's still blue,
Yeah.
I mean, I would have to go with Balo. I really rate those home kits. Like, I would say that's like a 9.5, honestly. Like I think that like that number 3, like, yes, I know that you guys get bantered, but like it looks cool. Like, like it looks dope. Like it looks very cool. Like I don't care what nobody says. It looks cool. But the away kit, I just don't like that light blue, really. I feel like you guys could have probably did something else. Maybe, I don't like the away kit. I'm gonna have to go with Balo, like a 5. Like it's not trash, but it's not good. On the question, are you guys gonna buy any of the kits or?
Maybe the first kit.
The blue one.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Balo?
Yeah, the home kit.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of sad because I have to see, because I've seen Arsenal's third kit as well, and I'm not gonna. I don't like any of our kits, and it's making me mad because I'm not gonna buy any of those kits, which is why I bought the training shirts that have like the pink and then green. Yeah. I have those because I like those, but it makes me sad. Like I wish, because Arsenal had such great kits this, and then we wasted those kits by sucking in them, and then now next year our kits I don't even like them. So yeah, no Arsenal kits for me next year, guys. I don't know, like no new ones at least.
The training kits are pretty underrated. I mean, they're really nice. They got good designs, and they don't really have the advertisements, So they're just.
Or which one?
Just the training stuff, like the clothing in general. Like a majority of the clubs, they have like clean designs, no advertisements, and it just looks good.
Yeah. And I definitely.
And yeah, guys, that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Balo, any finishing words?
Chelsea's going to win tomorrow.
Hopefully. Okay. Will, what about you?
It's Norwich. What you want to brag about Norwich?
Will, right now we need points, all right? So I'll take any 3 points. I don't care if it's Norwich. I don't care. We need the 3 points, all right? So, yes, I'm going to brag about it.
Heard you.
Will, your finishing words.
Thank you for having me on. It's always a pleasure working with you guys. Follow us on Instagram at premleague.media. And that's what I have to say, bro.
Balo, shout out your Instagram.
Oh, my Instagram, it's ALA_Balo, BALO. Just follow me on the gram,
Yeah, it's great to have these guys on, Every time they come, our podcast is amazing. When I go to their podcast, it's amazing. The lives are chill. So go follow them. Subscribe to Will's YouTube channel. He posts daily and he does watch along. So they're pretty fun, especially when Arsenal loses. So yeah, go drop him a subscribe and yeah, thank you. See you later.
All right.